Yo, welcome back to Military Brave, where we talk all things military. Well, majority at least. I'm your host, Patrick Montgomery, aka Mont, and man, I have a doozy for you. Imagine dedicating your life to serving the country, both on the battlefield and at a federal career. Now imagine being told to take the money and leave or risk being forced out later. The Trump administration has rolled out an aggressive new buyout offer, one that can reshape the federal workforce forever. Nearly every government employee is eligible for this deal. But the question is, should you take it? And more importantly, what does this mean for veterans? So, what's really happening right now? So, according to reports, the administration is offering 8 months of salary up front for those who resign by February 6th of 2025. They claim this reduce is for the government spending and to drain the swamp of federal bureaucracy. But what's really going on? This isn't just about cutting costs. This is about reshaping the federal government, potentially making room for a more political appointees and fewer career professionals. The administration is expecting 10% of the workforce to take the offer, and that's nearly 200,000 people. But I know many of you may be asking, how are veterans at risk? Now, listen, let's talk about, the group that's getting hit the hardest, veterans. A significant portion of federal employees are former military. Why? Because the government has alone provided career opportunities for those that serve, whether it's TSA, postal services, VA, hospitals, cybersecurity. Veterans are everywhere in these roles. And for many veterans, a government job is more than just a paycheck. It's about stability, purpose, and a way to continue serving the country. But with these buyouts, thousands are now facing the impossible choice: take the money and risk unemployment, or stay and risk layoffs later down the line. But now let's look at the risks that veterans are facing. Senator Tim Crane, he addressed in media earlier this week, and he warns a lot of people, don't be fooled. Like Trump, he will stiff you just like he stiffed the contractors. And that's the fear that many veterans have. Is the buyout a golden parachute, or is it a setup? But here's the biggest concern. If 200,000 people leave, what happens next? Will the positions be refilled, or will this be the beginning of a mass privatization of a key government services like VA? And I know a lot of people may be wondering, like, how are these buyouts? Like, how is there any consequences against them? I'm getting paid to not go to work and I can find something else. Yes, that's true. But if these buyouts go through at the expected rate, who fills these gaps? Many veterans have, specialized skills in healthcare, logistics, security, and those aren't easy skills to replace. For veterans who take these buyouts, there's also other risks. What if they have to leave? Private sector jobs don't just offer the same benefits, and not every vet has a backup plan. Union leaders are warning that this could lead to a mass exodus of experience, leaving federal service short-staffed and overworked. And if you've ever been frustrated with long VA wait times or whatever, imagine what happens when there are thousands of fewer workers. But what should veterans do next? If you're a veteran right now in a federal job, this is what I think you should do. Number one, weigh your options. If you take the buyout, what's your plan of income after the severance runs out? Number two, look at your long-term security. A federal pension is a big deal, and leaving early could affect your retirement benefits as a whole. And next and finally, network and prepare. If you take this offer, have job opportunities lined up beforehand and don't gamble with your future. But listen, veterans have already sacrificed so much for this country, and they shouldn't have to sacrifice for their future too. But if you're affected by this, please seek legal or financial advice before you make any rash decisions. And this isn't just about jobs. It's about our nation's responsibility to those who served. And will this buyout hurt or help veterans in the long run? And that's the question we all are asking. But let me know your thoughts or whatever in the comments. I want to know how you guys feel about the situation. Do you feel like this is going to help our government in the long run? Or do you feel like, honestly, it's going to set us back a few years? And if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe and share, because all these veterans need to know the truth. But until next time, military bread, let's eat.